What's up, Zero Division members? Enrico here. Today we're going to be talking about Arrow Season 4, Episode 10. This episode definitely was a good one. I'm really enjoying this season of Arrow. I sort of am enjoying it more than The Flash Season 2, but don't get me wrong, I still am enjoying The Flash, especially with the return of the Reverse Flash. But anyway, this is about Arrow. This episode answered one of the questions we had after seeing the mid-season finale, and that is Felicity dead? Is Olicity over? I'm not a big fan of Olicity. Sometimes their relationship is a little sickening, but at the same time, I do enjoy Oliver being happy, basically, and getting a lighter side of Oliver and him actually getting past, how he used to be. And I do enjoy the character of Felicity. I think she's very witty. I really enjoy her humor. So I would have been sad to see her actually die. However, we learned that she is not the person in that mystery grave, but she's suffering from, paralysis. She's paralyzed. Apparently, she's never going to walk again. But thanks to the previews, we see her standing up. So I'm going to assume Cisco and Caitlin might create a pill or something that will allow her to heal. But now the question is, who is in that mystery grave? And I do have an idea as to who that might be. But before I get into that, I want to talk about the things that happened in this episode. We have Lachin, I believe his name is, or Machin, or whatever the hell his name is, who is now Anarchy. That is a character from the Batman and Robin series. I think he's adding a new dynamic to the series, a very chaotic dynamic. Him being, pretty much anarchy incarnate, sort of like the Joker in a way. The Joker is all chaotic and he just does everything for the sake of anarchy. But this guy's a little different. Him holding Damien Dark's family hostage and he was gonna burn them was absolutely crazy, and it's adding that darkness that we need in the series again. The series was always dark, and this season sort of took a turn for the light a little bit. Granted, we still have Damien Dark, but Anarchy is definitely going to add more of a sinister feel to everything. And I think he's going to be a character that we're not going to always see, but he's going to show up randomly to put a kink in Team Arrow's plans. So I'm really glad that this character was introduced, and he sort of has an obsession with Thea anyway, because Thea is the one that burned him, so that's pretty cool. Also, I enjoyed seeing Oliver actually rescuing Damien Dark's family. This sort of adds, it was basically plot convenience. He rescued Damien Dark's family. Damien Dark says, I'm going to give you a few weeks to spend with your family. But then we get to see just how evil his wife is, and she seems to be the one that's wearing the pants in the relationship and pulling the strings. She thought Damien should have killed Oliver, the Arrow, point blank right then and there. And that's not how Damien Dark rolls, you know what I mean? But it was cool to see that side of her and finally get some personality from that character. We didn't see her since the mid-season finale. We learned that he had a family, but we didn't know anything about his family. And to learn that she's possibly even more evil than he is, I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, to talk about who I think is in that mystery grave. One of the key elements that leads me to believe who is in that grave is the fact that Barry was late to the funeral. So this person really isn't close to Barry, and I don't really think anybody on Team Arrow really is. So I guess that key point is sort of, it's not really important. But we see at the end of the episode, Oliver gets in the limo. Felicity is there. However, she's not wearing her engagement ring, so I'm going to assume things are not going well between those two. But Felicity breaks down and she's like, you know what you have to do. You have to kill that son of a bitch. For Felicity to tell Oliver to get off the path that he's been walking and to go back to killing an enemy, that means somebody very important, very close to both of them had to have been in that grave. And I believe that person is John Diggle. I say that because John Diggle was the first person to join Team Arrow, and Felicity was the second one to join Team Arrow, and they were the original three. They're the original Trinity, as you might want to call it, just how Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman are. So I feel like John Diggle is the one that is in that grave. Oliver's broken up about it, and like I said, for Felicity to tell Oliver, you need to kill again, you need to kill this person to, break your no-kill rule, this person has to be very important to those two characters, and I feel like John Diggle would leave a lasting imprint on their lives and shape these characters even further, more than what we've seen so far throughout the series. So that's who I believe it is. Possibly it could be Laurel, maybe, and that's why Oliver said, it's not my fault, but I'm responsible, because he allowed Laurel to continue being the Black Canary on Team Arrow. Not that he really had a choice. She would still go out and still be the Black Canary. And then another lesser character could possibly be Captain Lance, but I can't see Felicity really being broken up about him that much. So my bet is it's John Diggle, and I'm really hoping it is John Diggle. Not that I don't like Diggle, I really do like the character, but he's the least charismatic out of the group. He pretty much played his role, and his role is coming to an end pretty much. And he's really the least experienced crime fighter. We don't really see him do much when they go out on the street. It focuses on Oliver, Speedy, and Black Canary mostly, not Diggle. So I feel like Diggle is the one in the mystery grave. What are your thoughts on that, guys? Who do you think's in the mystery grave? Do you hope it's John Dingle, even though you like the character? Do you hope it's him, or do you think it's going to be Laurel or Captain Lance, or even possibly Thea? I don't believe it's Thea because she was already killed off once and she was brought back, and she's starting to develop a relationship with that PR manager or whatever the hell he is. So I can't see it being Thea, and I really don't want it to be Thea because I like the character a lot. But I feel like John Diggle would leave the most lasting impression on two of the main characters, and that's Felicity and Oliver. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Leave it down below. Who do you think's in that mystery grave, and what did you think of this episode tonight? And what are you thinking of season 4 overall? It's obviously for me better than last season. Season 3 was a big miss. I also want to see Malcolm Merlin actually reviving Vandal Savage or whatever hell he's doing, because now we know Legends of Tomorrow, which aired tonight, is Vandal Savage is the main bad guy. So, what are your thoughts, guys? Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I greatly appreciate it. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.